Holy yum. I had to come out for this.
Hey guys! Since the holidays are coming up, I wanted to share with you my favorite tri-tip recipe. And it's super easy to make and it will definitely impress your guests. And I also like to serve it up with some creamed spinach, and I'm gonna show you guys how to make that as well. So let's get started. Okay, so tri-tip does take a while to marinate. You wanna marinate this for at least 8 hours or overnight. So I went ahead and marinated this yesterday so that it's ready for my video today. And the first time I had tri-tip, someone bought me a pre-packaged one, pre-marinated one from the grocery store. And it was so delicious that I had to recreate the recipe. And I remember it being really savory and had a little bit of a tang to it and a slight sweetness to it. So the recipe that I came up with, what I marinated this tri-tip today, is 1/2 cup of soy sauce, a 1/4 cup of vinegar, a 1/4 cup of olive oil, and 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. And as always for you guys, I have the full written recipe in the description below if you want to check that out. And yes, ever since I tested out that marinade, I've been using it for years. So what I'm going to do is remove the tri-tip from the marinade. And then I'm gonna save the marinade and we're gonna make a sauce out of it later. And then I'm gonna go ahead and season both sides with salt and pepper. And this tri-tip is about 2.5 pounds, and I bought it trimmed just because I don't like a lot of fat on it. But you can also buy it untrimmed if you like quite a bit of fat on it, or you can even just trim it yourself. Okay, so I have a sheet pan here, and I have a metal rack that I'm gonna go ahead and place the tri-tip on top of. If you don't have a metal rack, that's totally fine. I've cooked the tri-tip directly on the pan before and it came out just fine. I like to see a little bit of pink in my tri-tip, so I'm gonna cook this to about medium. And the rule of thumb is for every pound of tri-tip, about 10 to 15 minutes of cooking time. So I'm gonna cook this for about 30 to 35 minutes, and then I'll take the temperature with a meat thermometer. So go ahead and meet me over at the oven. Okay, so while our tri-tip is roasting, I'm gonna go ahead and prepare the sauce. So I'm gonna pour all the marinade into a saucepan and bring it to a boil. Okay, so now that our sauce has come to a boil, I'm gonna continue to cook it over medium-high heat for about 5 to 6 minutes. We wanna get it nicely reduced and thickened, and we also wanna kill all that bacteria from the raw meat. Okay, so I let it simmer for about 4 to 5 minutes, and I went ahead and removed it from the heat. And look, it's nice and thick and syrupy, and it's ready to drizzle on our tri-tip. Okay, so now I'm gonna show you guys how to make the creamed spinach. And this recipe is so delicious, and it's gonna go really well with our tri-tip. And you're gonna need a pound of frozen spinach. I bought a pound of frozen chopped spinach here. You could use fresh, but I prefer to use frozen just because you're gonna need a ton of spinach when you use fresh. I went ahead and just cooked it in the microwave and drained all the excess liquid out. And then we're gonna need some heavy cream. I have about 3/4 cup here. And then we're gonna need 1/2 bar, 4 ounces of cream cheese that I cut into cubes. And then you could reserve the other half for another recipe that needs cream cheese or calls for cream cheese, such as my white chicken chili or tortilla soup if you want to check that out. And I'm also going to need 1/2 cup of Parmesan cheese. So we are ready to make our cream spinach. Meet me over at the stove. I have my pan heated over medium-high heat. I'm gonna go ahead and add the heavy cream, and I'm going to bring it to a boil. And I totally forgot to chop up some garlic. So I'm gonna cheat and add in 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. Once the cream has come to a boil, I'm gonna go ahead and add in our cubed cream cheese. And the reason why I like to cut them up before I add it in is because it melts a lot easier. And I'm gonna cook this until the cheese has completely melted. I'm actually gonna reduce the heat down to medium-low. And we'll cook this for about 3 minutes. Okay, so the cheese has completely melted into the cream. And I'm gonna go ahead and add in our spinach. Our cooked and drained frozen spinach. I've turned the heat back to medium. I'm gonna go ahead and season this up with some salt and pepper. It is looking so good. Look at this, you guys. I mean, it has heavy cream, has a little cream cheese, has a little parm. You know this has got to be good. Perfect side dish with our Tri Tip. And I'm just gonna give everything a little stir. And it's pretty much done. Simple as that. Okay, so our Tri Tip has finished roasting in the oven and it's time to slice it up. And you wanna make sure for optimal tenderness to slice it thin against the grain. And it could be kind of tricky because on this side of the Tri Tip, the grains go this way, and then on this side of the Tri Tip, the grains go this way. So what I like to do is slice it in half. Oh, see, perfect, perfectly medium, you guys. Okay, and I also let it rest before I started slicing it. So for this side, I'm gonna slice this way against the grain. I'm gonna start at the tip here and just slice. And then for this side, you wanna make sure to slice this way. It is smelling so good in my house. I'm super excited for the taste test. So I went ahead and plated the Tri Tip and it is looking so good, you guys. My hubby is here to join us for the taste test because he could smell it in his office and he's getting really hungry. And quick little note, if you've overboiled your sauce and it's way too thick, you could add a little bit of water to reconstitute it. But this sauce is really amazing over the beef. Just add a little bit more here. And we are ready to do the taste test. Oh, get a fork.
Yes.
Okay, so one slice for me. And cheers.
Holy. Yum. I had to come out for this.
Okay, that was so delicious. Let's try the creamed spinach.
Let's do it.
This is definitely a favorite during the holiday season, right?
Yeah.
I hope it becomes yours as well, or a random Tuesday like we're doing today.
Yes.
But anyways, if you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.
I'm going for more.
Happy holidays. All right, let's eat. Straight from the dish.